Hi guys.
Hello people.
I'm Milena.
Lola.
And we have something in our mouth.
I don't think this is such a problem for now.
Yeah, because
It's like a vitamin.
it's gonna be, you can hear it probably.
I was about to show them, then I thought,
Why would you do
there's
it?
freaks.
I can show you my socks.
Oh my god, it's Frieden! Anyways, I'm gonna speak because Milena finds it difficult to speak
I'm
with
gonna
something.
finish it off very quickly.
Anyways, episode 3. No, so we just watched episode 2. I'm still so exhausted.
Fortunate son.
Yeah, I think fortunate is not a thing because like Christopher finds that being a made man isn't all it's cracked up to be.
Huh. Christopher is shocked.
This sounded, this sounded like how I would expect
Christopher to react to being, I agree.
Like nothing is how he thought it was gonna be, you know.
Not
He's
even
very
a
bored in
gangster,
the
yes,
mob life. So like fortunate son, I think fortunate is
Does he a bit
ironic.
look like the guy, whoever it is?
Yeah, Chandler.
Matthew Perry, yeah.
Matthew Perry.
I
I
like
thought
it.
immediately. I don't know who the guy is though.
No.
That we're seeing on the picture.
I don't know.
Last episode was very heavy. Clearly, we took tea, and because like somehow I felt like comfort, you know, like I need to feel a bit better. I don't know, like the last episode really exhausted me. So this is Christopher, and if Christopher is very funny at least. So maybe this is a bit of a easier one, like a bit of a maybe funny episode. I mean,
I'm wondering,
technically,
I can't
like
wait
the
to find
roots
out.
of it, nothing's gonna be funny because of Christopher's whole fucking life.
Yeah, it's just that like I'm very excited to see more of Christopher, honestly, just because like I know, even though I don't know if I'm gonna like what I see, but like I know that that people love his character very much. So like I am interested in the story that they're gonna tell us
Me
with him.
too.
So like I can't wait to delve deeper into his story, you know?
Well, now especially that he's being a made man.
Yeah.
Like I wonder, like his responsibility rises for that.
And that also brings us Adriana, who's very pretty. So always nice seeing her on screen.
It's nicer to see her, Carmela.
It's nice to see Carmela. I'm sorry.
Look, I'm very excited about this episode. We could just play it.
Me
I'm so exhausted from speaking about the
this.
previous one. So let's play this one.
Let's see the fortunate son. Or unfortunate.
I wanted to check something.
Chosen one. One in a million. Oh, there is not Serbian
Oh
translation.
my god, there is.
What?
Serbian.
Oh, the subtitles. Okay, great. Thank God.
That's because like they don't translate.
There's Croatian.
Yeah, they don't translate like when they speak, I don't know, in Italian or whatever. But like there is no other option here.
Oh, for English.
Because like another is gonna be English CC, you know?
Yeah, I understand. I'm wondering
So,
why,
I don't
because
know.
I
I
think
don't
the subtitles should be put into the episode when they speak
Yeah, but like
Italian.
I don't know. And like if they don't have it, who the fuck would have it? Isn't this produced by HBO? And so like we have to like rely on what we know from Italian, which is like nothing.
Nothing.
Okay.
Oh, he's being made now.
All right. I'll be there.
It's like a ceremony. Look, he's so happy.
And plus, it was a bitch getting off of work tonight.
Shh, Adriana. I think this could be it.
What? Oh my god. Christopher?
She literally could not be more supportive if she tried.
Not the Camellia, though.
She could
I
not
have
be
never
more
seen more supportive
if she
girlfriend on any
tried.
TV.
I
Literally,
mean, I knew it would happen. but-
whatever he wanted, she was there to
We're
help
not
him with
gonna get
this.
out of here? I don't know. You getting cold like this and going off all happy. I'm worried, that's all.
You've seen too many movies.
Oh, like she thinks it could possibly
Yeah,
be like
they wanna kill him.
Yeah. God, this is gonna be the rest of your life, girl. Like you will always have to worry about this. Like him getting shot.
Hey, don't get
Look how he's also well dressed.
Oh, that's very cute.
That's cute to you.
Yeah, it is.
Where we going? You look good.
Now he's
Now
he's in his head as well.
This is it. All right.
Oh.
He said on one ass cheek the whole way over.
Isn't it bad that you think like you could have gotten killed as well?
Shit, I said.
Oh, what is the ceremony like?
I'm very interested to find out, honestly.
Oh, you know why we're here. So any doubts or reservations, now's the time to say so. Because once you enter this family, there's no getting out. Family comes before everything else. Before your wife, and your children, and your mother, and your father. If you got a problem, you just gotta let somebody know. This man right here. He's like your father. It doesn't matter if it's with somebody here or
Fortunate
on the
son.
outside.
Shouldn't his father push him away from this?
He'll sell. All right. Give me a hand.
See, this is why I could never be a made man. I would not be.
This is fine.
Yeah.
They do this to draw your blood.
Oh my god. But even this would not be fine to me.
It's St. Peter,
Just so you know.
my family's saint. Now, as that card burns, so may your soul burn in hell if you betray your friends and the family. Now, rub your hands together like this. And repeat after me.
This is not hurt.
May I burn in hell.
May I burn in hell.
If I betray my friends.
If I betray my friends.
Interesting. Bird.
But like, is it what bird is it? Is it
I don't know if
crow?
it's a crow, like I just, again, birds. Representing some type of freedom. And the other guy being made, is that the one that Uncle mentioned the previous episode? Uncle Junior?
You've been doing really good this year with the sports, huh?
Yeah, it's been good.
I'm gonna give it to you, my boy. It's yours.
I was wondering what it was gonna be.
Sports.
It's your turn to make some real money, and I get to relax a little.
I would not like to be a made man.
You give me 10 points of your take, every settle up there. There's a 6G minimum every week. I gotta get something out of this. But $6 grand, that could be a lot or a little. Depends on you and how much you grow the business.
I love you, Paulie.
Like, it's sad making this like a family that you feel obligated to.
Museum of Science and Trucking.
For Christ's sakes, Julius Caesar wasn't epileptic.
I'm epileptic.
Whatever it is, you gotta take care of yourself. It's your health. Does a psychiatrist help you?
Oh, you know about that too?
So what? There's no stigmata these days. My kid saw a shrink.
Got a phone call from some young kid, Drew. He wanted to know when you were coming home.
How do you sound?
Like
That is the kid in the house?
Wait, is that your so-called fiance?
He's 19 actually, and he can go all night.
When are you going back to Seattle, Janice?
I mean,
Like brother, like sister.
brother, like sister, literally.
Janice, you know how much we love you. And you know how much we love having you around. But there's a whole big house over there. You could stay there.
I've been thinking the same thing. I just don't want to push someone out.
Yeah, well, I talked to her. She's moving out tomorrow, maybe the next day.
She's playing chess.
Really?
This was not my plan at all. He's wearing suits now.
Take away Tony Soprano, he's a zero with shoes. Yeah, but he's wearing a stripe now. My Uncle Richie was gonna... Yeah, we never did.
God, I will never remember him. He has such a regular face.
First time seeing him.
He would like he's the one that like was with Richie, wanted to go against Tony.
I mean, he said my uncle
Yeah.
Richie wanted to.
And like I literally could not tell that it's him at all.
No, no. Like I said,
Like
first
they
time
look,
seeing
they
him.
all look the same to me now.
Me too, honestly.
Congratulations. We're just talking about our former alma mater. They got the coffee house. It's a pure cash operation. And the beauty part is, I mean, who's gonna stop you? Campus security? What are you telling them about that? That's ours.
Why the fuck you go?
Kiss my ass! Take that shit outside! Don't disrespect the pizza parlor. Fucking asshole! I know where you live! You hear what I said?
How about that?
He is Richie's nephew.
You, Chris, keep being with mine.
I want to sound like an asshole, but I really can't be seen in a place like this anymore.
He's now all high and mighty.
This is gonna start showing results or end. Now, I talked to a business associate of mine, a man I respect, about these panic attacks. I'm not fucking around. My daughter brought home a black. They were on a couch watching TV, stumbling.
And?
You made that up in your head. I didn't even see that.
No, I was taking the gabagool and shit out of the fridge.
I'm thinking when you first came here, the panic attack with ducks, as I remember it, you were grilling meat, weren't you?
A memory on you.
Sausages, wasn't it?
Sausages?
The connection between your anxiety attacks and meat.
Right.
Fuck if it makes a difference, as long as it pays out.
Chris, I told you. You should have fucking laid off some of that action.
Spreads a leg.
Arnold's got an automatic and fucking field goal kicker.
Why didn't somebody tell me?
You're gonna have to pay out of your own pocket the $6 grand. What do you have to do?
USC? That spread could have opened at 18, fucking top 10 team.
So we should have laid off some of the action in Philadelphia. Paulie did it all the time.
You see him here?
A month at a place is waiting for the meat. Did Jackie Jr. show yet? I don't know. Little fuck. Promised his mother he'd be here. What's your language in front of my kid?
Probably keeping a booth warm at the OF, him and Dino Zerilli.
What's Jackie Jr. doing hanging out with that mother there? The kid's late. He's being rude. It should be set straight.
Honey, be here. I raised him. Honey, that poor kid lost his dad.
I lost mine when I was 6.
You know, Ralph had to drop out in the 11th grade to raise his brothers and sisters. You'd never know it.
That's because I'm a
Oh boy.
You're very late, young man.
It's me.
Meadow, hi, babe.
Who is it?
It's Meadow. What are you doing?
He's looking at his dad and Chris, like Chris being the son.
Sunday dinner. You want to talk to your father? He's outside. Burning a cross. Well, I'm not sure I know where you're driving at, but I know that now is not the proper time.
Jackie, where are you?
I can't make it.
Well,
What is he doing?
Promised.
Fuck it.
That's almost all. Warren probably told you about Oregon USC.
This is unacceptable.
It's $4,000 there, Paulie. I'll have the other 2 in a couple of days.
I thought I made myself clear.
Fucking college ball. But I learned a valuable lesson. Paulie, this is me. You know I'm good for it.
Don't fucking drag it out front, you. This isn't about that. You work for me.
Yeah, and I want to. It's
Just shut your mouth and listen. I'm gonna give you a couple extra days. But it's gonna cost you another 2 G's as a reminder not to fuck it up.
See, boy, when they talk about family, it doesn't hold much weight.
When I talk about Berkeley, she barely made over to George Washington Bridge.
We created too nice a home life, and they don't want to go out in the world.
Oh, that's so
They're
bad.
closer to us than we were with our parents. That's such a bad thing.
Is this Jackie Jr.?
Yes.
Is he high?
I'm here, aren't I? Out of respect to my father.
You're wearing sunglasses inside.
I'm not hungry.
Really take off those sunglasses.
Move the glasses.
Now I know what you're thinking. You're thinking I clipped your uncle. On the one hand, you'd be a shithead to believe me when I told you I didn't do it. But I didn't.
He really didn't. I mean, he was about to.
And I got some bad news for you. Look at me. Your uncle was a rat.
No fucking way.
Son, your uncle was a rat. And now he's in the witness protection program.
It's my father's brother you're talking about.
Jackie, I'm a member of your family almost.
Jesus Christ.
He never wanted this for you. He wanted you to be a doctor.
Give me a fucking break. You know how hard you have to work to get your MD? How many years it takes? I only did it because my dad was sick.
But you should know, he never wanted this life for you. And I'll tell you something. I don't want it for my son either.
Huh. I was a little bit
Me too.
to hear what he's gonna say.
Like the title of this episode, Fortunate Son. We have 3.
Yeah.
Chris, him, and Jackie.
God,
I
care.
adore
I love
him.
What did you say? No! Come here and say that to me!
Very contest.
I can't even imagine. Imagine my dad. Imagine my dad at my volleyball games doing all this.
Going in.
This is the moment that I want to see, honestly.
Yeah,
He's
me
gonna be
too.
better. And how he's gonna react to him.
But like the way that he was looking at his dad and Chris outside. Seeming like he wants to be close to his dad.
Wait, what?
He got hurt as well, remember? What does that mean?
Okay,
that's
he
good, that's
protected
good.
the ball. I adore the filming of Sopranos.
It's my son. Got nose for the ball, Agent. I can't be taught. The defensive lineman, you gotta have leverage and you gotta have footwork. So I'm gonna take you to Stewart's and I'm gonna buy you some dogs. I just wanna go home. You should be riding high after what you did on the field today. Come on. Wanna play some Nintendo? You and me? Why are you gonna throw that friggin' thing out the friggin' window? Why? Play Nintendo. Okay. Let's go to Stewart's. Yeah? Yeah.
It's like Tony's more of a kid because like his own son wants to go where Tony wants to go. Like you give in to what your kid wants.
So, Nana was asking me today where you might want to go to college.
West Point. West Point?
Yeah, that's what you said.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, you did. You were sitting right there. You said either Harvard or West Point.
No way I'd ever have said that. I could never get it.
You said that, Tony, that he would never get in.
This breaks my heart.
I gotta take that. My business decision.
I'm gonna hate this show, honestly. This is gonna break my heart so bad.
Mom there?
Hey, how are you?
Is Mom there?
Yeah, she's here.
Boy, we reap what we sow.
Can I talk?
What do you mean your kid can never get into a fucking college? I wanna beat him right now, literally.
Like he's a kid, they're gonna believe what you tell them to believe.
I'm sorry about how I behaved at the cemetery. Janice, I cannot give pregnant stuff. I wish you'd reconsider. I know Livia left no will. The possession is 9/10 of law.
It was that bird. It was that fucking bird in the window.
It was a coincidence.
He thinks the bad
I was
omen.
making good jack at that betting parlor. I was in the fucking zone. Now everything turns to shit.
The bird thing is if it's in the house, flapping around.
How much do they earn? I mean, maybe it's not as profitable as I thought so, but like he needs 2,000.
Yeah.
Does he not have 2,000 in his account?
I mean, now he needs 4,000. But like still the
true.
same.
Yeah. Somehow I thought they got in more money
Why
doing
would
illegal
her?
things.
I'm afraid to find out. Yeah, I knew it.
She took her leg.
Yeah.
Janice!
What a fucking psychopath. Oh,
She's
now she's gonna say
fucking
possession is
insane.
9/10 of a law. Janice is my god.
What the fucking...
That is psychopathic behavior.
What the fuck is this? $1 bills. You owe me $300. I ain't using Chris. I got. I want my money. I want my money.
I would not have wanted to be a made man. Seems like too much responsibility.
Hello, Tony. How have you been?
What is she doing?
Oh, she's
here?
doing better. She looks like she's doing better.
She brings old blood.
You don't even want to talk to me anymore. I don't see why we can't be friends.
I don't think you guys should be friends.
You know what? I don't even know what I'm doing here. Except you worked it this way.
Okay, that's when he passed out.
He's not passed out again. But like, is this now not because now it's in his head that he's gonna... Oh wait, oh shit.
California versus Notre Dame. We're in South Bend, Indiana today.
Okay.
Talk about good timing. I was just gonna call you, Johnny.
Oh, yeah?
Is that the first time he saw his dad
Someplace we could talk in private?
I'm kind of busy.
beat someone?
Call.
We already saw that when he saw his dad beat
You're
someone.
busy. Anthony, I told you to wait in the car.
He looks like
Listen to
AJ.
your old man, Anthony. Your wife's weekly order's all ready. There's gotta be $30 worth of meat there. Double cool chops and a beautiful standing roast.
capital.
You want back to me now? Judy, give it to me. Oh, wait, please. What are you gonna do? Anthony, what'd I fucking tell you?
Lord, your father never cut off anybody's pinky?
I despise
That's
him.
traumatic for anyone to witness, much less an 11-year-old.
Actually, it wasn't.
You pass out on side fucking
It was a rush.
chemicals.
You want to know the truth?
What you're seeing today, Anthony, a very sad thing. A lot of boys your age would have run like a little girl. But you stayed. I know you like Mr. Centrio. You all do. He's a lovely man. The man is a gambler. What was I supposed to do? That's my livelihood. So I put food on the table.
I just think of the lyrics, your father never taught you right or wrong.
Like Tony said half the things that his father has said.
Let this be a lesson to you. The lady loves her meat.
Oh, did he have a panic attack first there? He's cutting meat and... Oh.
4 stitches. Wrong dinner.
This was your first panic attack?
Frame it.
What you witnessed that day? Where the meat came from? And your mother's great pleasure in it?
Was the only time you could count on her being in a good mood.
Do you think that your mother questioned why the meat was free? The meat that was going into her children's mouths?
I don't know. Why not?
Witnessing not only your mother and father's sexuality, but also the violence and blood so closely connected to the food you were about to eat. And also the thought that someday you might be called upon to bring home the bacon, like your father.
All this from a slice of gabagool.
And that one bite unleashed a tide of memories of his childhood and ultimately of his entire life.
This sounds very gay. I hope you're not saying that.
No. I gotta bring these things over to Meg. Her biking shoes, she's been missing my brajol. Can I come?
Hey, we're watching the game. You're right. I'll get my shoes.
Why don't you watch your game, Tom?
What, I shouldn't go now? I was just trying to protect her from herself. And I'll do that till the day I fucking die.
Hi.
Hi. This is my mom and my little brother AJ.
Hey.
Dad didn't come.
No, he didn't. Did you want him to? Noah, would you mind?
Noah told me what Dad said to him. It's all out in the open, so fuck this.
Let's watch the latrine lift. You're right, there is no excuse.
It's like I didn't punch his fucking lights out.
Because you're a civilized person.
So what was this going to be then? Some kind of a big drama? But you wanted your father to come here for what? To subject your friend to this again?
Oh, wait, so I'm in the wrong. The rest of the world should work around his racist, retrograde, fucking asshole personality.
He comes from a place and a time where he thinks he has your best interests at heart.
New Jersey? Third millennium?
Noah, I'm sure you must know what I'm talking about. Coming from a racially mixed marriage, I'm sure that's been a difficult burden to shoulder.
Don't slam his family background. Look what you wound up in.
Noah, would you excuse us a moment? I would like a word with my daughter.
I'm not going anywhere unless she wants me to.
Svetlana, get out here.
Oh, hi. If you see some karmic connection between your taking my mother's records and the disappearance of your leg, wow. The records return to their rightful owner, and so does the leg. I can see how you got there.
I don't know how you can live with yourself.
Bill, don't waste breath.
Doc. Where's Dino?
They're gonna do the college.
Beyond possession.
Shit.
The fuck do you do?
He mentioned that job over at Rutgers. He was interested in steering my way. Coffee house.
Coffee house.
Shit.
Pretty soon, before you know it, you'll be heading off to college yourself. I don't think I'm gonna go. What, college? Of course you will. There's so many people there. They're all smarter than me. It's a bunch of freaks.
What? You're punished.
He's all right. Watch the way.
God.
Under no circumstances move this car. Your life will not be worth shit.
I need your autograph.
You're a good kid.
This is.
Don't go to there now and get shot.
Oh my god, oh my god.
I don't think this is how it's gonna go.
Me neither.
I thought they were gonna.
I thought they were gonna do something that they were gonna need car to run away, but like.
You're robbing a benefit
He wants to pee. He wants to pee.
That all there is, I'll fucking blow your head off. Most people charged it to their student card. Hey,
Where do we know the actor from?
Shut up! Shut up! You say one word on that fucking thing and you're dead.
Insane.
Did anyone get shot?
Uh,
He beat himself.
yeah.
Here's your money. This being made ain't working out the way I thought it would. A lot of responsibilities.
Fucking A. What did you think?
You're only as fucking smart as this week's lines. One false move and you spend your fucking time chasing it instead of making money.
Welcome to the NFL, rookie. How's the little friend doing?
He had a few knocks, but it came out all right in the end.
Yeah, well, what do they use the policy on newly made guys? They're subject to strip search for wires and shit.
You'll love that.
God, the way he regrets his life.
Don't be too hard on Chrissy.
He's having a hard
Now
enough
he
time.
can't even run away from it.
Yeah, but what's wrong with the kid? When's he gonna grow up?
Guys, I want you to take a good look at Soprano here and remember his performance on the field last week. This young man may have a big future ahead of him. He may be a leader. And that's what it takes. And that's why I'm naming him defensive captain. Let's hit those showers, one thought in mind. Soprano. Soprano, you alright?
And reasonably brought down, a clown could only frown. But after a while, he started to snort some dough. And little Betty knew, had a date but didn't want to screw. She changed her mind, was up down, so with the dime. A real good friend of mine is busy doing time. He got real rank and that's the bank some dough.
God, I cannot believe this. This episode was not easier for me, I would say. Than the previous
Well,
one.
look, I
If you
didn't
ask me.
cry my eyes out, so like, I mean, there's that, but like, honestly, again, this season really fucking started. This was...
I don't know, this episode
This
really
was
affected
really heavy.
me. Yes, maybe I didn't cry my eyes out, but like,
Yeah.
it really did affect me.
Yeah. What a perfect title for an episode.
A perfect title, honestly.
Because like, there was more sons
Yeah.
in this episode that
I
all
mean,
of them are
the
like
one I care
unfortunate.
the most about and the one that hurts me the most.
God. AJ.
I really loved this episode. I loved everything that it dealt with. This episode started with Tony having a panic attack.
Yeah.
And ended with his son having a panic attack. I
mean,
guess the first one.
The previous episode started with him having a panic attack.
Oh, we didn't
Oh
have
no,
it.
was
I
it
think
again in this episode?
Wasn't that how this episode started?
When? Which panic attack?
I thought, okay, that's probably the previous episode, just like we watched the two in the
We
same
watched the
time,
two
so
together, yeah. Our day today started with Tony having a
Panic
attack and ended with AJ having like AJ's storyline this episode was just to show you.
But like it was comparable with Tony's storyline because we also had a discussion between Melfi and Tony where Tony remembered why he actually had that panic attack and like where it stemmed for, let's say.
Yeah, like that was actually very interesting.
When he had his first panic attack.
Yeah, that was very interesting to connect it that like it reminds, like your body remembers. It reminded him of that point in time where like he saw his dad cut off someone's finger and like that is the guy that they get their food from, you know, like that seems so very, it seems so very dark, like what you teach your child, like somehow like this guy that you buy food from, you cut off his finger, so like literally the food that you have on your table, that you put in your mouth comes from the misfortune of others. And that is how Tony has been brought up, and that is now what he inflicts upon others. Like there were many scenes in this show. One was at the end of the last season. I think one was at the end of maybe first season. I don't like. There were many scenes that like show their family. I don't know, celebrating something, being together, laughing, and you go through the people that directly suffer from them.
Yeah.
And their actions. And so like
we had that almost every episode.
Yeah,
honestly.
and Tony just followed in his dad's footsteps. It was the same thing that he said to his kids about like, I'm providing for my family basically. I put food on the table. The exact same words that he told to, I think, like Meadow, maybe at one point even AJ, I can't remember exactly.
Yeah, Meadow, 100%, but like AJ in this episode as well. There was a point where he said that. Or like he said that to Carmela while being angry, talking about one of them, you know?
Yeah.
I think about the Meadow possibly in this episode.
Yeah, and so like it was showing you how Tony went down like the footsteps of his father and what he learned there, and like then it also parallels AJ's story with Tony's as well.
Honestly, that was heartbreaking. Like the whole episode was for me heartbreaking to see. First, like seeing young Tony and the way that he behaved, and seeing his father and everything that like he saw from his father and the way that his father talked about, you know. Again, first when I listened to it, reminded me of the part of the song that always stuck to me when he said, "Your papa never told you about right and wrong," because again, his father is teaching him things, but like.
Not right and wrong.
Exactly. And those are the things that Tony now completely believes in.
Yeah.
Just how his father believed in him. believed in those things, and those are the things that he's now saying word to word and teaching his son.
Yeah. I think there were like scenes that show how much he is stuck in that life, in that past, in that culture again, because like he is repeating the things that he heard when he was a kid, and he is behaving that same way. That also ties into him being very just racist towards Meadow's boyfriend, I guess they are, I don't know what they are. Just like he did not evolve in any capacity, and which is understandable again considering how he grew up. I thought like that was gonna be true for AJ as well, who was like on this college campus, and he was looking at all these kids, and like there were so many different types of kids. Like
I mean,
there was a lot of diversity.
Yeah.
There was a lot of like
the show did pinpoint to every single one of them, and like you knew what the show wanted to say at that point.
Like there are so many, like the world is vast, and it's not just like what you have in your little bubble, and like that is I think always the one of the more important things about college, entering college, is that you get to see people from like different walks of life than what you would maybe see in your little environment, hometown,
I mean,
whatever.
like even if there wouldn't be that many, even if there wouldn't be that much diversity, let's say at your college that you would go to, I think those people have lived differently in different places of, let's say, country or whatever, would have different opinions from the people that like you at that point knew, you know. Different life perspectives. Like you would, like it would open a world to you. Like you would learn so many new things. And
like you would not
that
be...
is very important for every human, every individual. And just like seeing AJ looking at that and coming home and saying, I think he said those freaks or something like that. That tells you everything.
I mean, that tells everything about how he's being raised.
I mean, first we know that like he said like word to word what his father has told him. Oh, like I could ever get to that college, go into that college. I mean, he doesn't have faith in himself.
He
because
even forgot that he said that he's gonna enter like West Point or Harvard.
Exactly, because like now he like you took all that belief that he potentially had from him. He doesn't think he can do it. And that's, you are like directly responsible for something like that, because you made him believe that he couldn't do it. Instead of supporting him, pushing him. You know?
And like seeing where he's gonna end up.
Trying to find ways to help him get into that college in any way possible. If that's something that he would want, because that would be something that's good for him.
Like he shot that down. And like, again, he doesn't intentionally do it.
No.
He's not intentionally bringing his son or his kids down. Like
he even said in this episode
that he doesn't want this life for AJ, exactly. But like he is inadvertently, because of his own teachings, boxing his kids in. Like he doesn't want Meadow to date outside of her race, probably not even outside of fucking, like maybe he wants an Italian. Like he's an Italian man. Like he is boxing them in into this life. And again, that's very sad, because like he loves his kids and he wants best for them, but he does not know how.
And that is
to do that.
That's exactly how he's gonna destroy his family. So like the first episode and ducks flying away could not be more accurate, because he is destroying him and he does. Again, that is very tragic, sure, for him, but like, because again, he loves them, and he again says he wants the best for them. He says he doesn't want his child to end up in the same line of business that he ended up, you know? But at the same time, he's pushing him into that line of business without even realizing. And this is just us. We're on this side watching AJ. Like, no matter how much sympathy I have for Tony, he is already a grown up. Like, so seeing a child stop believing in himself and going down this path because of his father breaks my fucking heart. Like, makes me hate his father so much.
Like, there is nothing more tragic to me than kids having their
futures,
hopes and dreams taken away from them and telling them that they can only be this one thing.
Yeah.
And AJ has started to believe that, like Tony believed that like the only job that he can do, the only thing he can become is his father, to follow in his father's footsteps. And AJ is thinking that same exact thing about himself.
Yeah.
Like he is looking over at Tony and Chris, like who were discussing business, and like Tony kind of does treat Chris like a son.
Yeah.
And AJ is looking over at Dad, and I think he loves his dad and he wants his dad's approval. And so like he does things that would get his dad's approval. Like he plays football like his dad played football, and like is gonna go and watch matches with him even if he doesn't maybe care that much, because like when his mom came and were like, let's go to Meadow, he's like, I'm gonna go as well. Yeah. Like he was gonna leave, he was not gonna watch the game, you know, like he is trying to kind of be a kid and bond with his dad in a way that like he thinks his dad would want to. He is not behaving necessarily like a kid when he after the game Tony was like, oh, let's go here, and he was like, can we just go play Nintendo? And then he caved in and said like, sure, let's go there where Tony wanted to go.
Yeah.
Like, I just think all those things make me very sad for AJ. Just make me incredibly heartbroken for him and for his future.
And he had a panic attack at the end. He passed away when his coach was praising him in front of everybody and put him on to be a captain of.
Yeah. I don't know if he like passed out at that point, because like when he praised him, like did he praise him like that because he actually did? I don't understand football, honestly. I have no idea what he did. He like held on to a ball. I'm not sure what happened there.
I mean, they got a point.
I could not understand it less. Yeah, sure. But like he was there for a second and he left, and so the coach made a big deal about it. I don't know if the coach made a big deal about it because like it was a big deal, or because Tony Soprano is his father, and so like he then
I'm not sure
feels scared about Tony Soprano. Like I wasn't sure.
I would like to
what that was.
Yeah, I would like to explore that more.
Because like did he have a panic attack because that is also a possibility that like he is getting this because of like who his dad is and getting this more of this responsibility. And if he gets more of this responsibility on court, then maybe his dad is gonna expect more from him, and like he doesn't think that he can rise to the expectations of Tony. Like if he thinks like if he fails in football, he fails his dad, because like that's like Tony would, I think, place a lot of importance on that, because Tony did not manage to become of like a football player. Like he got hurt and whatever, and so like he is trying to like
same episode after winning the ball, Tony did make a big deal out of it, like was also the one who praised him, and they like wanted to celebrate together when they want to do what Tony wanted to do.
Yeah,
I don't know.
So like I'm very curious about
and that's I agree as well, because like I don't know exactly what has triggered it, but like it's definitely connected to his father. Just like with Tony was in that moment connected directly to his father.
But like this is so heartbreaking, because like you understand this is the beginning, and the cycle continues.
I mean, that's why this episode was like one of the more influential for me, like every other episode, you know.
Yeah.
But like it was so influential for me that just because like you see such a correlation between Tony and his father, and now Tony and his son. Yeah. And you know that is where the story is going, and you know there is no going around it, basically.
Yeah.
Like he is, even if he is different than his father, we don't know that. We haven't been with Johnny at all, in my opinion, you know? Johnny is his name, Johnny. Johnny. Like we haven't been with him. I don't know how he was. Did he come to Tony's games? I don't know. And
I don't know, again, because like we said that we know that Junior taught him basically about football. So I'm not sure. At that point we thought like maybe his father wasn't even present. And
yes,
so Junior
but
took
like
over
we
that
don't.
Role.
That's what I want to say. Yes. So like we could say that in some ways he is more present in his children's lives than his father was, but everything that he has been taught, he is saying word to word to his kids. He's teaching his kids all of that.
I mean, everything bleeds through. That's why you should also like get therapy before you get kids, like so that you will not carry this with you, like so that you.
And
would...
I'm really wondering now with Meadow, because Meadow is rebelling, in my opinion, and is trying to do something that she believes in, you know. But like, I'm really wondering how is that actually gonna turn out at the end.
What did Carmela imply?
I don't know. I didn't understand what the Carmela said at all. I wanted to ask you that.
Because like she said something along the lines of like that Meadow basically like had, what is the kid's name?
Okay.
Whatever. That she basically like had him in the room so that like when Tony comes or whatever, like she was gonna like start an argument or whatever, you know, like, but I like that is very unkind to your boyfriend, like putting them in this position to like,
but like maybe some things
argue with your parent, you know. I mean, again, Meadow's still a kid, you know,
yeah, that's what I was
It's
saying.
just, like,
maybe some things you do not really conscious why you do them, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, because like when they enter and she was like, did dad come or not come or whatever, and Carmen was like, well, did you want him to come? And it seemed like she did want him to come, you know, which doesn't necessarily make sense for like where they are right now in their relationship. And then when Carmela mentioned that about like did you want to
now I
do
understand
something?
what you want to be.
Yeah, like
okay,
that
now
felt
it
very...
makes because I honestly watching the scene I didn't really understand what she meant with that, you know. But like now that actually makes perfect sense.
Yeah,
because Meadow is like that. She does wants to, let's say, rebel and fight against things that like Tony put out exactly. And so I could see her actually wanting to do something like that without thinking about consequences. What would it, if that would hurt her boyfriend or whatever, you know?
Yeah.
If that would,
again, like those things don't have to like necessarily mean anything about Meadow's character, because again, she's very young and like she doesn't necessarily know how to maybe like do things correctly. She's still learning. I just never know, like in these shows, when they show things like that, what do they want to show you? Like, what is the road that like her character is gonna take, you know?
Yeah, that's what I want to say, because
like again, like you know, not thinking about consequences on other people is kind of a very Tony Soprano thing.
I mean, it's kind of very what she has been taught to.
Yeah, and so like again, is that a part of like us seeing her teaching, and like how that is bleeding through in her life as well, you know? I thought that was very interesting.
I'm really wondering about her character, because like I can see, I definitely now think that like she's like, no matter the fighting and no matter the rebelling, and of course I even like she went to college, and I think she's gonna finish that college, but I still think at the end of the day she's gonna find a boy that's similar to her father.
Yeah,
that's something that I really see happening, even though it doesn't have to be.
Yeah,
but like I actually think that's gonna happen.
Yeah, it seems like the trajectory of like what Carmela's life ended up as well. Again, everyone always said like you were
everybody's
so smart,
praising
and, like,
her, how intellectual she is.
Yeah, and like like
how big
she
perspective
she could have
been.
Like so many things, you know, and like she ended up in this life, and that wouldn't like that's not a problem if like she was happy and content in this life, but like she's not, and she could have been something different, and like it seems like again the story is repeating. Age is becoming Tony, and Meadows can become Carmela. And again, the tragedy of the kids is horrible. Like really, it's, I mean, again, I think it's one of my most interesting storylines of what's gonna happen with them. But like it's very difficult to watch.
Just how it was. It's also the most interesting story, like how Livia and Johnny affected Tony's life and made him become, and now him remembering all of that and dealing with the anxiety, panic attacks.
God, now when we finish the show with like seeing AJ going into therapy, but like then at least he'll be young, going into their younger.
Yeah, I understand.
Which would be good.
Yeah, until he becomes a made man that.
Yeah.
That Chris did become in this episode.
Chris in this episode
was Chris. if you ask me.
Like in this episode,
my favorite scene of his is when Tony calls him and he covers himself.
Like again, like I have like my emotions with Christopher truly go like this. Like I can't explain it because like at some points like he feels very relatable, and so like that becomes somehow endearingly funny, you know, like he's thinking, oh, this job, this is about to be, he's not cut out for this world. Like this job, I cannot wait to be a made man. Then that brings on a lot of responsibilities that like he doesn't necessarily know how to do. Like this thing with the betting, like he has to, I guess,
all of this was
really
ridiculous.
follow football, you know what? And like he's just standing there yelling, why is this not going like this? Like I don't even know if he knows what he's doing. That would be like if you put me in a room. I don't fucking know. Like how the fuck am I supposed to make money doing this? Like that's how Chris feels in this life, which would be a very good thing about him, like not belonging to this world if there was any chance for him to get out. And I mean, again, there was chances. We've seen those chances and we will like watch them come and go, where he could have taken a different road and he just didn't. And like again, the reason why he didn't is so very obvious and palpable, because like even this episode starts with them saying this is family.
I mean, even this is a very similar reason why AJ doesn't want to go to college.
Yeah.
Why he doesn't think he can get in, let alone finish it.
Yeah.
Like even we see the Jackie's kid in this episode who says the same thing. Like, do you know how hard the exams are? How hard the pre-med is?
Yeah.
You know, like I cannot finish that.
Yeah.
Like you need.
They just fall into this thing
what
that
they
is
know.
easier.
Yeah.
What they know, what is available to them.
Yeah.
You know.
How they can earn money, because the most important part is providing for your family. And this is how you provide.
Again, the thing is, like, for what gets Chris in this line of work is that belonging. Is that belonging to a family? Is that need for like for a father figure that he sees in Tony? He has no way out. Like there is nothing for him to do. Again, this episode starts with them saying this is family. It's very easy to be, I think, brought into that when you lack that and you feel like you need that.
Yeah.
And these are the people that like you're gonna look at as your family, but like they're not really your family. Like you're going to give Paulie the money and like he is not your friend in that moment. You owe him 2,000 more. You know, there is no, oh, I'm gonna give you back. You're in the mafia fucking business, you know, like it's not family.
Yeah.
And like, that is again always gonna be the tragedy with Chris, is that he is in this world because like he just lacks that father/family life, whatever, and he is searching for it in the only place that he knows to search for it. Like again, there's such a perfect representation. Like Tony's calling him, he's covering himself. Like he does not belong in this world. He does not know how to function within it, and on the other side, he does not know anything else to be. I think it's a great story.
Yeah, I think so as well.
Again, the thing is, I have no clue the trajectory of it. I'm gonna assume, again, by comparison to Tennessee Williams and everything else, that he is just gonna forever be using alcohol and drugs to cope, because like he's not gonna know how to do anything else.
Potentially.
And that's gonna be like his story.
I mean, and I expect him to just go deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper into this. And like,
the thing is, he is really reckless, I think. Like this thing now with robbing this like college coffee shop or whatever,
but,
like they
think,
fired a bullet, you know, like people could have gotten
honestly
hurt.
They are horrible. The thing is, like, at the end of the day, I don't think it's gonna come back to bite him. It could come back to bite other people around him. Honestly, I do think he's reckless, but I think he's gonna pull out of, let's say, at least legally from those things, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think that is the path where his story is going, because, like, again, he is not made for this. I mean, who is made for this life? But, like, it doesn't come easy for him. It comes very hard for him. And I definitely could see his life ending tragically because of overdose or something like that. That is something at this point that I think it's since season 1, since the beginning, that's something that like we always talked
I
of
agree.
potential for his life, and like nothing has swayed me from that.
I agree.
So yeah, that's something that like I definitely could see.
I don't know. This was such a great episode, honestly.
I thoroughly enjoyed it.
Like the whole season really started off
like all
very
3
strong.
episodes have been great so far,
and in completely different ways. Like
none
they
have
had
anything
nothing in
similar,
common.
Literally.
That's
okay,
it.
guys, thank you so much for watching. We'll see you soon. Bye.